In this first look video from InfluenceWP, we are checking out Simple History Premium, which is just the pro premium version of the free Simple History plugin that you can get from the WordPress repo. And this solution tracks everything that goes on within your WordPress website, whether someone's installing plugins, themes, deactivating plugins or themes, logging in, pretty much anything that's going on within your WordPress website, this plugin is going to track that. Before we poke around the website here and then look at the actual solution, a quick bit of housekeeping. First look videos cover products and services we have no prior experience with. This is a little bit because I do have lots of experience with the free version of Simple History, but we are looking at the premium version for the very first time. I've literally never installed it prior to hitting record just now. So it's a little mixed bag. First look videos show vendors how new users experience their product or service for the very first time. They show potential users and customers our initial experience with the product or service, and then anything else we would like to share. These videos are unedited. We simply click record and publish. These are not official tutorials, although they contain tutorial aspects. There's no affiliate link situation going on here, and we are not sponsored to create videos like this. If you would like to create videos like this, would like us to create videos for you like this or other types of videos for your business, your products, your services, go to influencewp.com/partners and request your free lifetime partner membership. Okay, let's go ahead and poke around the website and then we'll look at the solution. The website is simple-history.com. And as it says here, track changes to your WordPress site. And as I typically do here, I dive right down into the footer. You guys can check out all of the content on their homepage and their various other pages. It looks like it's been around since 2010. I'm noticing that there. 370 plus 5-star reviews on WordPress.org, which is cool. I'm going to check out the support. I'm going to check out the documentation and check out the about page. Yep, I think that should about do it there. Okay, so support, we have, looks like various articles here, or various links, I should say. So let's say if we wanted to go to add-on support, let's click that. Okay, so we've got some different things under there. Okay, so long story short, we've got, it looks like, plenty of support options and documentation. Let's check out this log levels. Okay, yeah, some nice documentation there. And then we've got some developer documentation if you need to go deeper into stuff. Okay, that's cool. And then we have the about page. So it looks like the history of the company and everything is in there, which is cool to see. And here is Par, the founder who I've been talking with for the partnership for InfluenceWP. And I forgot to mention, as I often do, they are a partner. Simple History is a partner of InfluenceWP. So if you want to check out their exclusive deal, go to influencewp.com/deals. I need to start remembering to say that. Okay. Yeah. So it's cool to see the creator, which is Par, and doing some really great stuff here. All right, let's go ahead and check out Simple History Premium. So we need I know from reading before clicking record that we need the free version installed prior to. So I'm going to go ahead and just activate that. You can grab that from the repo and various other locations. Okay, so with that activated, we're going to skip going into settings. We're going to dive right into activating Simple History Premium. Okay, so that is done. And now let's go to settings here. So let's go on the left-hand side. Do we see anything? Let me refresh just in case. So it looks like it's all done within, there we go. So up here, and then we've got, let's go to settings and see if we can license this up. There we go. So I'm going to license this up on my other screen just in case there's something that we need to see. Okay, that is done. So we're going to start off here. Oh, hold on a second. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start off here at the very first tab, which is the event log. So you can sort this by last 30 days, custom ranges, some other custom defined ranges, last 14 days, 30 days, and so on and so forth. You can also do a search for keywords for whatever you want to find. You can also click on show search options, and you can further define what you narrow down what you're looking for, whether it's different types of messages, whether it's user based. Okay, so you can really define what it is that you're looking for to speed up that search and to filter out the noise. So whether it's a log level of debug, info, notice, warning, error, critical error, there's just lots of really, really cool options there. Over here on the right-hand side, we've got history insights, which just, as the name suggests, we've got just a quick history of what is going on. And then you can click this button, see all history insights. But as we see here, we've got a nice log with some pagination down here at the bottom. So once your site has been around for a while and you've got a lot of events log, you can sift through that. Hovering over each event, we have these 3 dots over here, and that's going to give us our actions where we can view the event details, copy link to the event details. Like if you want to send them off to somebody, you can copy the event message, copy detailed event message, find events by the same user, filter event by the event type. Let's go to the 3 dots here next to event options, and we can do an export or manually create log entry. So this is manually add custom events to the activity log. So that is really cool. And again, you've got the same, you can put a message, details, and you can put that log level in there. So that is cool. A really quick way to just make a note of something that you've noticed or what's going on. In the top right-hand corner, we've got an add-ons link. We have premium here. That's what we're working with, but they've got some other options here: WooCommerce Logger, debug and monitor, and so on and so forth. Okay, I think that about covers this screen. Let's go over to settings. And then from here, we can choose where we want to show the history, whether it's the dashboard and the admin bar or neither. Adjust the menu position of where the history appears. So maybe you want to tuck this under the tools menu, for example, to kind of keep it out of view from just like regular users or other different types of roles. We can also hide this completely, I believe. It's items per page, so that's the pagination there. If you just want to completely clear the log and start over. Detective mode, if you want to get like really into the nitty gritty of some, what's going on with each event, you can toggle that on. Experimental features, if you want to test upcoming features, you can do that. With this kind of plugin, it's safe to do this. Whereas, with let's say like a performance plugin, it's kind of a little dicier running that on a production website. But if you want to try this out, that would be safe to do, in my opinion, in production. You can define how long you want the history to save. It defaults to 60 days. You can do some things with IP address anonymizing. You can store the full address. If you use Google Maps, you can put your API key in here to determine where the user IP is coming from. With stealth mode, you can have it's like that's where I was talking about earlier, where you can hide this from like non-admins or other admins, and then you can get fine-grained here as to with email addresses or even a domain, like who's authorized to use this. So very, very cool stuff. Okay. So as a website care provider in my agency, I typically hide this. So the users don't need to get in there and mess around with stuff. You don't want them clearing the logs and cleaning up their tracks, so to speak. And who knows, maybe they're doing all the right things, but if they're clearing the logs, maybe there's some important security information in there that you needed to see. But if you've done website care for clients before, a lot of times you you'll probably run across what they say, well, I didn't do anything. And then you get into the logs and you'll see that they've installed a plugin or deleted a plugin or whatever the case may be. So it's, in my opinion, it's good to hide that from everyone, but the real admins of the site that are managing the infrastructure of the site, all of that type of stuff. And then down here, we've got an RSS feed. Simple History has an RSS feed, which you can subscribe to and receive log updates. Okay. Make sure to only share the feed with people you trust, since it can contain sensitive and confidential information. And then we've got, if you want to support the development, aside from just buying the premium plugin, I'm guessing this is going to be there in the free version as well, that you can support by donating to PayPal or become a GitHub sponsor. Let's go over to stats and summaries. Actually, let's go back a level. Let's go. So we've got, that was the general tab, and then we've got the message control. Enable or disable messages to add to the log. Okay, so by default, all of this stuff is enabled. And so let's just say you don't want to keep track of media and attachment logging. You can just click the disable link here and it will do that. Okay, and then over here on the far right, it's going to tell you what's enabled, what's disabled, and then what the type is. So a lot of these right here, these are currently all just showing it's part of WordPress core. All right, failed login attempts. You can define what is logged as far as people failing to log in. So you can check that out. And then, of course, if you've got premium, that's where your licenses will go. Then we got a nice stats and summary dashboard, which you can filter by defaults to 1 month. You can do, you see all these different options here: 24 hours, 7 days, 14 days, 1 month, and so on and so forth. Just a nice dashboard of what is going on. And then down here on the right-hand side, we see user activity. You can expand most active users details and get a quick look at who's doing what the most. Most edited posts and pages, you can get a quick look at that. So that is cool. But what you want to do, like with this, is going back to that previous screen for message control. If you're not going to look at everything, come in here and just only, disable everything but what you're willing to look at. If it becomes overwhelming when you go and you look at everything, the logs and the stats and the summaries or whatever it may be, it's kind of like with analytics. A lot of times, if you have like complex analytics, it's like, are you really looking at all of that stuff? So you want to look, you turn on what you're actually going to look at and digest and take action on, and that sort of thing. Okay. Over here under post and page activity, you can expand, show details. You can get a quick look at that too, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Let's go back over here. Anything under else that I want to talk about in here? Let's go to help and support. So here we have some quick links to FAQs, to the support forum, to premium support, to the documentation. So this is nice to see. And then under the debug tab, if you're experiencing any issues and you want to get into the nitty gritty, that's where this can all be done under there. Let's go to export. If you want to export the history, you have options: CSV, JSON, or HTML. Download that history for historical purposes, and then you could come over here into settings, and then you can clear the log. Okay, just to free that stuff up, clean up the history, get it out of your database, get it out of your event log here, and just kind of start over. But you have that history backed up. Okay. All right. So I think that about covers it. So a little bit of first look, a little bit of extended look, because I've used this before. But there are, if we go back to, let's go back to the website here. And let's go under add-ons, and let's go premium. So these are the things that we can look at with premium. So power up your simple history plugin with premium features and configuration options. So that's going to give you that new feature that came out recently, which is the detailed stats and summaries page that we looked at. The ability to add manual events is a new feature. Stealth mode is a premium feature. Exporting events, control log retention, control number of login failed attempts. options to store full IP addresses, options to add Google Maps API key, and message control. Okay, so those are the premium features. And again, they're a partner of InfluenceWP, and they're offering a deal for their premium version. If you want to go check that out, influencewp.com/deals. All right, guys, I will catch you all in the next video.